Winds tear apart the maple leaves. No one at my side to breathe in all the scenery. Didn't use my time to see in life what matters most. I wanna show my friends how much I care, how much I've grown. We were just kids under porch lights. Didn't know time disappeared like that. My bad, could've done better. That's life, I guess. I see the sun setting, clear life's ending. I don't wanna die, I'm still not ready. Thought I have a home full of riches and stories. Thought I'd be at peace, tell my friends I'm sorry. I see the sun set.
Okay, so what's up guys, welcome back to Westward World. I hope you all are having a fantastic day. We have a bit to do. If you come look over here, one of our sharp noses had a full shed, which is excellent, and so did my little Neotropical rattler. We also have a lot of feeding to do today, so I think I'm just gonna hop right into it. Maybe take out, got a new extendable hook. Look at it. Look at it in all its majesty. They're actually quite shit, to be honest. Anything that's heavier than about a year length of anything is not suitable for this hook. I was about to say, are you dead? Acting like you were dead. Can I get your tail? You're kind of stuck on the moss. So this guy is a... oh, hello. He is a Neotropical. Okay, well this is a bit of a shit show. Let's do this. So he is a Neotropical rattlesnake found in South America. He's an absolutely gorgeous species. I don't like it because I can't see his head because of this moss. Maybe I can do this. My girlfriend disapproved of it, but who cares. So he's an absolutely gorgeous, almost going on about 6 months now, Neotropical rattlesnake. What's cool about these guys is actually that they have a neurotoxic venom, a mainly neurotoxic venom, instead of the normal Crotalus species, which is hemotoxic. So he's an absolutely gorgeous animal. He's a bastard though. He loves to bite. As you can see, he's seeing my heat signature on my hand, and when I'm talking, and he's lining me up for a bite, which I really wouldn't want right now. That would be kind of shitty, but he's an absolutely gorgeous animal. I need to socialize him a lot more, so he doesn't wind up like my Eurocoin. But look how gorgeous he is, just popped out of shed. Also gonna offer him a meal a little bit later today, but don't want him to fall off the hook, so let's just get him straight into, hey, you little rattle going. Let's get him straight into there. Absolutely weirdo. But let me clean up his enclosure and I'll get back to you guys ASAP. Whoa, did you start? Okay, so check your absolutely full shed from this rattlesnake, and here you guys can see the eye caps. So snakes don't actually have eyelids, that thing there. So snakes don't actually have eyelids, they have this protective layer over the top of their eye, obviously to protect them. But check how big he is getting. Absolutely gorgeous snake. So if you guys do keep, I say it every single time I get a full shed, or when any of my snakes shed, if you guys do keep your own snakes, I'm going to be keeping that. But if you keep any of your own snakes, it's very important to check if their eye caps have come off, because if the eye caps, sorry because my girlfriend's a cunt, if the eye caps stay on and they build up, it can actually cause blindness in your snakes, and obviously you don't want that. But come check how gorgeous this little animal is. Little sassy pants. His rattle's growing nice and big. Actually, it's bigger than my Eurocone rattlesnakes. And he is, I don't even think he's 6 months old yet. I actually got this guy almost straight after being born. He was, hey, please don't fall off the hook. He was only about 2 or 3 weeks after being born. That's when I got him, and check how aggro he is. I don't really want him to strike at me, but check those rattles at the bottom. A lot of people think that it's a good way to show how old a rattlesnake is, but it's actually not true. They do gain a beat every single time that they shed, but they break off because it's made of the same substance as your fingernails, keratin. So yeah, it's an absolutely gorgeous animal. It's not a good way to tell how old they are, but I want to get that rattle as big as possible. He's absolutely gorgeous. Gonna offer him some food, so I don't want to spend too much time with him. Let's just get him straight. Actually, I'd like to offer him some water. We had a full shed, so that means that everything is good. Hydration, humidity, everything else. Every other thing is good, but I did change his water bowl recently. So I do want to see... Ooh, did you strike at the water, you weirdo? He's a bit defensive now, so I don't know if he will drink, but I just want to show him where the water bowl is, because I did change his water bowl around. Okay, yeah, he's way too defensive right now. So we'll let him be. Don't strike at me. So, but that is the classic position of a rattlesnake, a defensive position. The rattle at the back going, and the classic S position is absolutely iconic. Absolutely love my rattlesnakes, even though they're noisemakers and they are an irritation, and he will be an irritation when he gets bigger, but I love him. But let's move on to these Chinese sharp-nosed rattlers. This one over here, as you can see, he's a bit of a cunt. He is my male, I believe, and he just popped out of shed. I'll try and show you how gorgeous he is, but he is temperamental as fuck. Let's get you out nice and slowly. Let's have a good relationship, eh? They don't necessarily like when I grab them on the tail, but these guys are, they have a nickname of 100 paces, so the myth behind it is that if you get tagged by one of these guys, you only have 100 paces left to live, which is obviously not true, but they do have a very, very nasty necrotic venom that will melt away your fingers. They absolutely love to climb the hooks, which I don't like them to do, but look how gorgeous his coloration is. Check how dark that head is. They're absolutely stunning, stunning animals. I almost didn't get this pair. This was like a add-on to one of the deals that I did, and I'm absolutely stoked that I didn't miss the opportunity to get a pair of these guys. They're absolutely amazing. But he might try and strike at me. These guys do have a full body strike length. They're often referred to as being pogo sticks with fangs, similar to that of the Bothraps. But let me put him in the bin and get his partner out. But he's absolutely stunning. Look at him. They're growing like little weeds as well. Okay, so now let's check the female out with a lot sweeter of a temperament. She is actually still in shed at the moment, so do have to be a little bit more careful with her. You can actually see the drastic color difference. Oh, hello, he's staring at my hand. A very, very dangerous situation right now. If she was a cranky snake, but thankfully she is very, very calm. Can't really take that for granted though, because they can just switch like nothing and turn into the most demonic snakes you've ever seen in your life. And that's not because they're aggressive or anything like that, that's just because they feel like their life is in danger. And that's obviously if I make fast movements or anything to make this snake feel threatened. But check how big they are. These guys were little worms when I first got them. Like, it's actually amazing to see how much they've grown. But I also have to feed, well, I want to offer them something to eat. Maybe not her, I want to offer the male something to eat today. Hello, please don't come up to my hand. That was close, darling. You want a little kiss? But yeah, I don't want to stress them out too much, so I'm just going to get her straight into the bin as well. And let's do this so I can move my hand into a safe position. But look how gorgeous that snake is. They're very, very odd animals. They sleep with their mouth a little bit open. I do not know why. But both of them do it, and I have checked inside their mouths, so there's no abscesses or growths or anything like that. But let's get them both in here. Whoopsie, sorry, didn't mean to drop your tail. But there you go, you can see the drastic difference of a snake in shed and the one that's just popped out. You can see how vibrant the colors of the snake is and how dull that one is. It doesn't pick it up very nicely on the camera, but you can still sort of see. But yeah, gonna clean up the enclosure and I'll get back to you guys ASAP. Okay, so I've cleaned up the enclosure. There wasn't much to clean, it was just a shed in there. So let's get these absolutely lovely snakes out. I usually say bastards, but these guys aren't bastards. Not today. Check it how gorgeous he is. Absolutely stunning. These guys are on the exact same feeding schedule, so that's why I believe this one is a male. He's so much smaller than the other one. But I literally got them at maybe a quarter of the size of what they are right now. But just going to let him go in there because I do want to offer him some food. I want to offer both of them food, but I don't know if the female will take while she's in shed. But look at that absolutely gorgeous pattern on him. What? Yes, you can touch him. Doesn't like my girlfriend very much. But let me just show you how sick the patterns look on the shed. It's a similar like a puff addy. Their patterns there, I don't even know what to call it. It's like diamond patterns on them, but not really. All the way down its shed. It's really sick. And then also eye caps. Remember always to look for it. And then you can also see its stupid little nose there. They look so dumb. One of the most deadly snakes. Well, not deadly in a sense. Most dangerous snakes to handle in the world. Also with pretty nasty venom. But let's get this female out, see how she's doing. Haven't handled these guys in quite a while because they were off food for a little bit, but they literally lost no weight at all, which is super weird because they didn't eat for about 3 months. But you can see how much calmer she is compared to the male. Actually get away with quite a bit even while she's in shed, but I do have to be very careful because of that exact reason. She does focus on heat because these guys are pit vipers. But let's get that straight back in there. Yeah, you can't climb, you're not an arboreal viper, darling. Check how gorgeous this animal is. Even in shed, just have to be wary about the male in the back there. These guys can get up to about 1.6 meters in length, so they do have a lot of growing to do. They're only about, she's about 60-70 centimeters now, he's only about 60 centimeters. Look how gorgeous they are. They also have this thorn at the tip of their tail. It doesn't really show up very nicely on camera. Maybe you can see that at the tip of my thumb. Yeah, you might be able to. And they use that similar to how the Bothrops uses it. They rustle it in the leaves to mimic a rattlesnake. Even though there's no rattlesnakes in nature, it's a bit weird. I don't know why. It's like the hognoses that mimic a cobra, but they're found in America where there is no fucking cobras. And he is such an asshole. It's actually ridiculous. But I think I just have to do feeding. Also going to spray down some animals because most of them are in shed. But yeah, I'll see you guys there. So I forgot that I need to clean up my I was going to say rattlesnake again. My Cape Cobras. Oh, they've been doing super well. Especially the new one that I got in. So sorry, darling. Didn't mean to do that. So let's see how they're doing today. Just want to make sure they're not on that other side. Probably both underneath here, which they are. Old Harford is deep in the blue, so I don't want to spend too much time with him or her. I haven't sexed either of them yet. But this is the subadult that, calm down. You can see how deep in the blue she is. She's a zombie little snake. But this guy is a little subadult, and I'm gonna get bit by... Sorry, I just need to concentrate real quick. Because, cameraman, can you pass me the button, please? I don't want to walk past you and get tagged on the legs. But let's talk a little bit when I get Old Harford out. Hey, yes, we all know how big and scary you are. So I think I have to say it almost... You are such an asshole. Are you gonna run away now? Look at you. You didn't have this much spunk when I first got you. You must be doing a lot better. Hey! Stop biting literally... Are you a vegetarian cobra now? Oh, there we go. Have to be a little bit careful. Camera woman also, because he might come flying back. And musking on me, but that's not too big of an issue. But this is Old Harford, the wild caught Cape Cobra that was actually tried to be killed by someone. And then you guys can see here, hey, acting like a West African forest cobra. You guys can see the eyes there, it's all green and murky. She's in the blue phase right now, so she is very blind. I say she, but I don't actually know what sex this animal is. So that's why she's acting way more defensive than usual, because she literally can't see what's happening. But she's absolutely gorgeous. But just going to clean up, don't want to mess up her shed too much. And let's close the bin. That was fascinating. Are you going to bite the bin? You absolute idiot. I love Old Harford. She was a wild caught. but was deemed to not be fit for release. But you can see how much bigger she is. She used to have a spine showing. She's at like a decent Cape Cobra size now. And then the captive bred one is also doing super good, but he's a juvenile, so he is going to be very skinny for a while, until he gets to about old halfwood size. Hey, no one's even moving. It's super cool to see those eyes. It looks like a zombie snake, but I'm going to close up so they can calm down a little bit and clean up. Okay, so we sprayed these two down while they were in here, and you can check how deep in shed. Hey, yes, nothing's even there. Old halfwood is. They both had a little bit of drink. I think the captive bred one also is going into shed right now, but I'm so stoked with how old halfwood is doing, because she's got so much bigger. Again, I keep on saying she. I haven't sexed either of them. And oh, hello. When I bought the other one, it wasn't so. Oh, hello. It wasn't salted. Look at that. Perfect. Well, not perfect because it has half a hood, but an awesome display of a Cape Cobra's defensive posture. Look at that. Gorgeous animal. Again, she's so defensive right now. She is a bit of a defensive prick, but she's so defensive now because she literally can't see anything. She can only see a little bit of movements, a little bit of light. There, you see that. Look how gorgeous she is. But she's going to swing back at me, so let's just get her straight back in here. Again, don't really want to mess with her too much. She is in shed, but oh my god, she's doing so much better. Filled up their water, cleaned out the poop. Just have to be careful, don't want her to strike at my legs. And then let's get this brother out. Absolutely gorgeous. And with him, you can also see the intense color variation of Cape Cobras. And this isn't even as intense as it gets. You can get a completely golden Cape Cobra. You can even get like a speckled. You can get an all white one. You can get black with speckles. You can get white with black speckling. There, the variation of these guys is similar to the monocled Cobra and some of the Asian species. But look how gorgeous this animal is. Absolutely stunning. But let's get it straight back into its enclosure. Also doing super well, taking all the meals that I've left in there. They're very, very secretive animals, so that's why you guys don't really see me feeding them, because they don't really take off the tongues. When you leave it in there the next day, it's all gone because they're little fatties. But now we can go on to feeding, so I'll see you guys there. Okay, my girlfriend likes to do retarded transitions, but we're going to move back to the sharp noses and see if the male that just popped out of shed wants something to eat. So let's see. Whoop. Do you want a meal? Do you want a meal? Do you want a meal? Or do you want my hand? Looks like you want my hand. Hey. So I've said all that there needs to be said about these guys when I took them out. He looks interested. My girlfriend is currently molesting my ear, so that's always fun. Let's see. He looks interested. The female is at the bottom underneath this rock, so I do have to be a little bit careful. That was a bluff strike, sir. Come, strike it. There we go. Do you want to do it one more time? Just for good measure? Okay, you should eat it. There we go. Should eat it up now. Female's in shed. She's underneath bioheating pad, so I just want to leave her alone. Not going to even stress her out by offering her something to eat. But let's move on to the rattlesnake. He hasn't wanted food for the past few times, so let's see if he wants something today. Also just handled him. Also said everything I needed to say, but let's see if he wants anything to eat. Yes, come. You just popped out of shit, so you should want something to eat. Yes, little buzz. Don't even sound as intimidating as a bee. You gonna eat it? No? You always look so intrigued, and then you're like, oh, nope. Camera, be careful with your hand. Or get burnt. I mean, who really cares? Come, you want something to eat? I know you do. You're hungry. You haven't eaten for a while. take a little bite. Little bite. Promise it's tasty. Taste tested it for you. There we go. Oh, never mind. You want to eat from the center? No, you don't? Yes, you're such an odd fucking species, eh? Okay. Let me just sit here for a while and see if you'll actually take. Dude, check at the fucking snout. He's trying to eat the glass. Absolute retards. All three of them are on shed. I just did spray them down. They're all zombie snakes at the moment. I'm pretty sure I'm expecting some babies from both of the females in there. Okay, so yeah, we stopped a little bit because we had to just check the snouted. He had some substrate in his eye. These guys are idiots, so when they're pushing on the thing, I'm pretty sure he slipped and knocked something into his eye. Everything looks good, but just removed it quickly so he had a decent enough shed. But yeah, I'm upset that we missed the both drops down there. I offered him a rat and he usually doesn't strike out, but as soon as I put it by his head, so he'll eat up. So, and then this rattlesnake also took a tag out of it, but I think from our movement he's getting a bit spooked. But I'm going to move on to my Euro coin. Meant to do that, and that is its actual scientific name from now on. You're a coin, or cunt as I like to call it, because he gets me into shit and he loves to bite me. But let's see if he wants something to eat. Yeah, you want something to eat? Yes you do, of course you do, because you love your new little light. Oh, also doesn't love stuff touching its face, so as soon as the hairs like brush against him, I'll move it a little bit and you might be able to see it. He like shakes his head. Oh, here we go. You're such an asshole when handling, but you take your food like such a gentleman. But this guy is indigenous. He is indigenous, but he's endemic to Venezuela. So that means this species is only found there. It's same as the Neotropical rattlesnakes. They have a mainly neurotoxic venom. Also a pit viper and a South American species, obviously Venezuela. But he's absolutely gorgeous. Pretty sure it's a she, but really don't mind if I say he or she. Just it sounds fucking rude. Maybe I should be saying they, them. Be progressive. Transgender snakes and all that. But yeah, he's absolutely stunning. Popped out of shed recently, doing super well. Gained a lot of weight since I got him. He was very, very skinny when I first got him. But yeah, he's smashing food. Still doesn't like the bigger meals, so I have to offer him these smaller meals more often, like more frequently. But I like to do that with all my animals anyway. But I'm going to just close up, let him eat, and move on. Okay, so rattlesnake finally fucking eating. Chinese sharp nose cuddling its meal, so who fucking cares? And we sat here and watched him eat, because I actually haven't sat down and actually watched some of my snakes eat, because I'm actually just filming for YouTube at the moment, which I actually should just take some time to spend with my animals. But let's move on to something that is not my fucking animal. It is a wild caught puff adder, and my girlfriend is molesting me again with a hook. I'm trying to look for my tongs. Oh, where the fuckity fuck? Here, I'll put them. But yeah, so this is a wild caught puff adder I caught yesterday. He looked like he had a bit of head wobbles and a little bit of swelling on his head. And we also have terrible weather. We have warnings for flash floods and stuff like that coming up this weekend. So I mainly kept him back for that, but I was also super worried about him because he had a little bit of swelling on his head. And he also shook when he was trying to move, like his body would shake like how ball python inbreed fuckers snakes would. But I'm going to try and offer him a meal and see if he would like something. But this is a male puff adder, Western Cape locale. But let's see if he wants something to eat. Seems like a relatively old boy. But again, freshly wild caught, just got him yesterday. I'm not going to keep him. Again, I'm just going to try and dry it off as much as possible. I don't want the substrate on it. But yeah, again, I'm not going to keep him. I just want to make sure everything is all good with him, as well as waiting for the weather to pass, the terrible weather. So let's see if he wants something to eat. Even if he doesn't, I'll leave it in here. Gonna take it like a gentleman, like the Euro coin. But this, again, very temporary enclosure. I didn't want to keep him with my other puff adders. So obviously it's a wild caught. Don't want to transfer any diseases. But he's on a heating pad, he has water, he has everything. He does look somewhat interested, so I'm just going to leave it in here. Do you want it? You see, he does look interested, those tongue flicks. But yeah, I'm just going to leave it in there. Don't want to stress him out too much. But again, wild caught, not going to keep. Yeah, so bitch at me all you want, but I'm worried about his health. So yeah, going to move on to some snakes that I actually own. Oh, okay, thanks for... God, whatever. Okay. This guy had his meal recently, so I do want to be a little bit careful with him, but I also just want to water him. So, not like watering a plant, just making sure that he actually drinks his water, because with baby gaboons, they actually don't drink out of their water bowl themselves. You actually have to force their head into the water to make them to drink, because in the wild these guys would actually just be waiting on the rainforest floor and waiting for it to rain, and then they will start to drink. So the best way to actually get them to drink in captivity is doing this, and then you can actually make sure that they drink. I mean, you can also spray them down, but when they're small it's best to keep them on this paper towel because they get mites exceptionally quickly. Do not fucking know why, but they do. It's also very good to give them a bath every week or so after a meal, because they get constipated very easily, but as they grow up it gets a lot easier to deal with. So rearing up little gaboons is a pain in my fucking rectum, but they're absolutely gorgeous. I love them. But I bought this one thinking that it was an adult male, and clearly, as you can see, it's not an adult, but I love it just the same. It's absolutely beautiful. West African Gaboon Viper, Bitus rhinoceros, the snake known for the largest venom yield and the longest fangs of any snake in the world. But yeah, that's all I wanted to do. He's not even drinking his water, so let's dip his head a little bit further down. You drinking air, brother. Please stay in the water. Oh my god. Just... You're still not... There we go. Fucking retard. You can see why some of these snakes, it's very difficult to bring them up from a little baby like this, because they're absolutely retarded. But yeah, I'm just going to sit here for a little bit to make sure that he drinks, and then I'll get back to you guys with some more. The next up is Sassy Old Deer, the fucking sassy mole snake. Just going to offer her another pink because she eats small meals like a retard, but I'm gonna dig through this quickly and find out where she is. Hopefully not taking a massive bite from her, so that would be not so nice. Just cleaned out her water now as well. Watch out. So why I have her enclosure like this is because, oh, there she is. Hey, come Sassy. Ooh, bite me, yes. Oh, hello. A little bit of shed still. Why I have the enclosure like this is because she is a fossorial species. So what that means is that she is spending most of her life... Oh, you missed it. You missed it, Sassy. Trying to bite my camera, woman. Let's go. Please don't bite me. There you go. Oh, missed it again. Missed it again. Missed it. Oh, there we go. So they spend most of their life underground. Obviously, mole snake, mole burrows. Oh god, Jesus. Again, here you guys can see how absolutely potent their teeth are. So they have special dentation on, well, mole snakes have special dentation to actually overpower their prey in the mole burrows. Because obviously in the mole burrows they can't actually constrict sometimes, because the mole burrows will be so... My girlfriend saying the mole burrows will be so narrow that they can't actually get their coils around their prey item. Yeah, yes, I know you want it. You've already slit its jugular like a flippin' serial killer. Just eat it now. But she's an absolute spastic, so any movement she'll fucking fling all over the place, as you guys can see. And even if she touches herself with the meal, she usually fucking flings all over the place. That's why we call her sassy. And I foresee a lot of stitches in my future with her when she gets big, because these guys can give one hell of a nasty bite because of said special dentation. They actually have sexual dimorphism, similar to the boomslangs, but not in color. So sexual dimorphism actually just means, hello, yes, that males and females have distinct differences between them. And sexual dimorphism in mole snakes is actually to do with their dentation. Because when they doing their mating ritual, which is basically wrestling, the males try and push each other's head down to... I'm boring my girlfriend apparently, so maybe I should shut up. But yeah, they have special teeth basically, that's it. Fucking sigh at my face like that. Oh god, okay, I'm a bit self-conscious now. But yeah, we just feed her small meals because she doesn't, it seems like she doesn't like the hair on the bigger meals, but obviously constrictors can take a lot larger meals than what I'm feeding her. But yeah, my girlfriend is doing everything but forming, so I'm just gonna shut up, let her eat, and well, drink. Let Sassy eat, and we can move on. Okay, so last up on the chopping block is my beautiful Eastern Green Mamba. This is a very big meal for him. He hasn't been wanting to take the bigger meals, so let's see if he's interested in this. Oh, he is. Okay, bite. And then let's leave it over here for him, so I don't want it to get full of the substrate. Hey, beautiful. Check how gorgeous this Mamba's doing. It's doing super well. Popped out of shed about 2-3 weeks ago, so he's due for another shed, but he's still looking absolutely gorgeous. I have one leftover rat, so I might feed it to someone else, might not film it, but yeah, if I don't film it, thank you guys so much for watching today's episode. If you guys did enjoy it, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. As always, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.
Damn, this grown man screaming like a toddler. Ain't no surprise why your wife doesn't want you. Walking through the hall, bruh, spirits too terrified to haunt us.